Hello students, I am Dr. Garima Srivastava from Lal Bahadur Shastri College, Lucknow. I am going to take up the topic group discussion. Now what is group discussion? Group means a group of individuals wherein we have at least 8 to 10 people who come together, sit together and they talk about a particular topic. Now and they discuss on this particular topic. The group discussion is a technique wherein the corporate companies, educational institutes and other organizations judge the communication skills of a participant. Now group discussion becomes an important aspect when we are called for an interview and shortlisting is done on the basis of group discussion. Now group discussion basically corporate sectors organization take up group discussion so as to identify the leaders among the people who have applied for the job, the people who are able to speak, who have good communication skills, and of course they also judge the people for the knowledge about that particular topic. So many companies are taking up group discussions as to their first criteria for screening the candidates before face to face interview. Now why this is done? Because the companies need good communication skills in the people, so they go in for group discussions at the first step of screening. Now what is why it is important to hold group discussions? Now group discussion enhances the following skills. Now if we talk about group discussions, with continuous group discussions people come up with different skill sets or they exhibit different skill sets. Now it can be, the first one is confidence. Now it depicts confidence amongst the people, because when we talk among 10 or 12 people, it exhibits my confidence about the knowledge of the topic, it exhibits my confidence about speaking among the people with whom I am not acquainted with. Then secondly, effective communication. It exhibits the effective communication skill of the person. When we talk about group discussion, it exhibits the communication skill of the person, how far the person is able to speak for himself, how far he is able to speak his ideas or his thoughts in front of the people. Quality of language. When we talk about quality of language in group discussion, quality of language means the type of framing of sentences, the word choice, the sentences, grammatical sentences, all these have to be taken care of. So when we talk in group, it has to be seen the person is judged on the quality of language he is speaking, the voice, the note, the tone, the different verbal, non-verbal communication, everything is being taken note of. Then the listening skills. Now when we talk about group discussion, listening skills are also important aspect. Why? Because at one go not everyone will start speaking. When we talk about group discussion, it is initiated by certain one person and then it continues with the second person, third person, and the people go on speaking when their turn comes. So for that purpose it is necessary to be an attentive listener. Sometimes listening becomes important. Why? Because sometimes the topic whichever is given for the group discussion, maybe you are not aware of that topic or you are lesser aware of that topic if it is compared with other people. So over there it is important, if you listen to the aspects of the other people, you can definitely repeat the aspects and then again you can build up your own point of views on the aspects that the people have talked about. Then in that respect you will be able to speak somewhat more than your knowledge about that particular topic. Then assertive attitude. When we talk about group discussion, it exhibits assertive attitude of the people. That means you should be outspoken, you should be soft spoken, and you should be exhibiting such qualities that you are able to present your ideas and thoughts among the people who are speaking about their own ideas or thoughts. So how far you are assertive, not quarrelsome, not extrovert, but you should be an assertive attitude. Then paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means how far you are able to express your feelings, express your thought, your knowledge about that particular topic, and how simple you are able to express that particular thing. That means this is called as paraphrasing. Sometimes people know the topic, people are aware of the topic, they understand the topic, but they are not able to express that in the particular language. So, over there they lack paraphrasing skills. Then the last one is the leadership skill. Of course, when the person who starts up the initiation, of course he exhibits a leadership skill. That means he is able to initiate the topic, he is able to tell the information about the topic, which is the first hand information. And of course, when the person who comes up with the first sentence in the group discussion, he will be exhibiting leadership skill also, and rest all the information will be building up on the information that the person is exhibiting in that particular group discussion. When we talk about types of group discussion, now we have two types of group discussion. The first one is topic based group discussion and the other one is the case based group discussion. When we talk about topic based group discussion, it is further described in the three types, that is factual, political or controversial topics, or abstract topics. Now, going down in the details of the type of group discussion, the very first one is topic based group discussion. Of course, as the name suggests, a particular topic is given to the group, the people start thinking about that particular topic, and they start presenting their ideas, or they start presenting their discussion about that particular topic that has been given. Now, of course, this topic has to be practical and real, then only the people will be able to speak on this topic based group discussion. This type of group discussion is based on certain topics which are practical and real. For example, socio-economic topics like how plastic is affecting our earth, is college degree necessary to become an entrepreneur. These are the two topics, and these are two random topics, very practical topics which can be taken up for the group discussion at the college level. Now, if we take up these type of topic continuously at the college level or in the exercises of group discussion, the people may exhibit different kind of skills. The people who are studying on this group discussion may exhibit skills like leadership skills, they become more confident, they gather more and more information, plus a trend of, you can say, for or against the topic can also come out. Now, topic based group discussion can be further categorized on the basis of factual group discussion. These type of group discussions are very informative and require a thorough knowledge of the subject. Now, when we talk about factual, that means we are talking about the facts of that particular topic. Now, for that purpose, the person needs to gather a lot of knowledge, a lot of facts about that particular topic. Like for example, if we say economic growth since 1947, or suppose we say growth of different shares in this pandemic era. Now, growth of different shares, or say growth of say Lupin shares, or growth of a say particular companies, Reliance share in this pandemic era. Now, if we want to do discussion on this particular topic, I need to find out the facts or figures about the shares of Reliance, and what have been the trend, why this trend has been there, what are the different reasons of these trends, what have been the results of various quarters, and such and such and so. So, factual group discussion is always very informative. Such kind of group discussions are not done beforehand. This kind of group discussion can only be arranged once the topic is decided, and it has been, the topics are given beforehand to all the candidates who are going to attend this group discussion, so that everyone is has prepared their facts, and then they have come forward to discuss on this particular topic. Then comes your controversial group discussion. There is certain topic which lead to an argument, and such topics are introduced in group discussion to test the candidate's way of handling the situation. Now, these are the topics which may trigger say anger, fear in the minds of the people who are doing this group discussion. So, this kind of controversial topics are given to test the patience, situation handling or anger control, critical thinking ability of the people. So, these are called as controversial kind of group discussion. So, for example, if we say BJP versus your Congress, this is a controversial topic. Over this topic, if some people come together for group discussion, of course, we will be able to analyze the patience skill, we will be able to analyze the situation handling, anger management of the people who are attending this kind of group discussion. This was just an example. Then comes your abstract group discussion. There are some topics which are not based on physical presence, but are conceptual topics or intellectual topics. For example, analytical thinking, or for example, humanity. This is a conceptual topic, or this is an intellectual topic which does not has any kind of physical experience. Such kind of group discussion topics are called as abstract group discussion. Then comes your case based group discussion. Now, case based, when we talk about case based group discussion, it means study of various cases that are being done in different places, and when the people who are going to attend this group discussion, the people who are going to discuss on this particular topic, the cases are pre-handed or they are being pre-given to these people. They go through these case studies, they find out various suggestions, various recommendations on the basis of their own learnings, on the basis of their own thought process, and then they come together to discuss on these case based group discussions. Then comes how is a person able to initiate a group discussion? Now, this is an important aspect, because when we sit in a group, it is not always easy to speak up. So, how can a person initiate a group discussion? Because sometimes if we start numbering the group discussion on the basis of the performance of the people who are attending the group discussion, the very first number is given on the person who speaks at the first point. Now, suppose I am not aware of the particular topic, so definitely I will not be starting off with my conversation. So, of course, this may result that I may lose the point as an initial speaker. Now, for that purpose, I should be able to wait for my turn, and till then I should be a careful listener, so that I listen to everyone. Maybe from other people, listening to other people, I may gather certain facts, and then I may join up through my listening and come up with certain statements which I can also speak up at the end of the group discussion. So, this is a technique which a person can apply whenever he thinks that this topic is a new one for him, or he does not have any knowledge about this particular topic. So, the very first point is initiate. The first and foremost step to come in light among the group is to become knowledgeable enough to initiate the discussion. So, that is why people say that you should initiate the group discussion. Why? Because the person who speaks at the very first point is remembered, is highlighted by the people who are marking the people on the basis of their initiation in the group. So, it is necessary to have basic information about the topic, then only you will be able to initiate. Now, suppose over here, if you do not have any of the basic information about the topic, now in that case you cannot be an initiator at all. For that purpose, you should wait for your turn, you should listen to other people, at least 2 to 3 people, 6 people before your own speaking. From now, when you listen to 2 to 3 people, 4 people, you will be able to gather information, you will be able to gather something about the topic, and you will be able to speak on the viewpoints of the other people also. Now, speaking on the same viewpoint of the other people is a part of the group discussion at all, is a part and that will not make you out of the group at all. It is necessary to have basic information. Therefore, in order to make your speech more interesting, you can start with a quote which is relevant to the topic, or can start with a short or simple incident or a story. Now, suppose you are aware of the topic and you want to speak at the first point. Now, what should be the opening of that particular discussion? Now, if you are trying to be the first person to speak in the group discussion, you can open up that discussion with a particular phrase, or you can start up with a short or simple story or event which you can share among that particular group discussion. So, that will attract the people, that will highlight you among the other people in the group. Then secondly, lead. So, once you have initiated, once you have started off with your phrase or your story or your opening of your group discussion, you should now lead. Now, you should wait, watch and listen. Now, of course, once you have completed your saying, once you have completed your speech, your thought about the discussion, you should now wait and watch and listen to the people, what other people are saying about the same topic, to what other candidates speak, until a chance glide into your discussion. Now, suppose you have not spoken at the first place, then you should not interrupt the other person or the person who is already speaking in the group. There you should wait, you should watch, and you should carefully enter into the conversation, like you are not interrupting anyone, and you should wait for your chance and then slowly glide into the discussion that is being going on. Take charge and start the conversation forward. Summarize. As initiating a group helps to grab attention of the group evaluators, similarly summarization is also an opportunity to turn the heads of the evaluators. So, only opening will not focus on you, you can also close the discussion. So, summarizing is also an important part. So, suppose you have not got a chance to open up that group discussion. So, you can definitely come up at the last point and summarize all the points in the at the end. Now, summarizing can include your own viewpoints, it can include the point of view of all the other people, whatever all of us said. This summarization can also turn heads of the evaluators who are evaluating the group discussion. Now, putting together the whole discussion by highlighting the star points and concluding the results of this discussion is summarizing the discussion. The summary should be short and to the point, and no new point should be added further. Now, this should be remembered. If you are summarizing, if you are closing the discussion, then no new point should be added, because adding of the new point will again give a new topic to the other people. So, summarizing cannot add a new point to the group discussion. Make sure that the summary is not single sided, but an amalgamation of both the sides of the discussion. That means, if we have discussed on both the aspects, say for the topic and against the topic. So, summary should be prepared such that it should be exhibited such that, spoken such that it exhibits both the sides of the discussion. Now, some of the tips of the group discussion. It is necessary to get noticed by the evaluators. For that, you need to learn the ways to remain active throughout the session. Now, to get noticed, to get into the eyes of the evaluators, it is important that you follow certain tips before entering into the group discussion. The first one is analyzing the discussion. Now, analyzing the discussion means, if you are not opening the discussion, you should be trying to come up with the ideas or subtopics that are not mentioned by the other candidates. So, suppose you are not aware of the topic, but you are aware of some topic which is relevant to the topic, or some of the subtopics which are relevant to the main topic. So, you can come up at the second place or the third place with your idea of those subtopics after analyzing the discussion, after analyzing that what others people have to say about the same topic. Talk on the same topic considering from different point of view. No, do not be carried away with the topic, do not be on the other line of action, like be on the same topic, whatever the topic is, be on that topic itself and try to speak relevant to that topic, and do not be diverted away from the topic. there would be a case where discussions may go haywire, take a lead and try to bring the discussion back to the root. This is also an important point. Sometimes what happens during group discussion, the main topic is lost. The people are carried away from the main topic to some other subtopic or some irrelevant topic that has been put forward by some other candidate in the group. Now, if you are able to bring that group into the same topic, then also it will raise the eyes of the evaluators of that group discussion. So, it is important that continuously analyze what is going on in that group discussion and try to bring back the topic, bring back the people on the same topic that was being done before the group discussion started. The last thing is to add the appreciating the point of view of the other candidate in the appealing way. That means, whenever you are speaking, you should not try to show that you know much better than the other person. You should try to appreciate the point of view of the other person, because group discussion is not for the purpose of finding out the ways that I am correct and you are wrong. Now, it is always for a purpose that that the group comes out with a proper suggestion. It comes out with a proper points, suggestive points and some summarized points on which all the people in the group agree. So, group discussion never leads to the group to be into two parts, one group into for and the group for the against. Group discussion is always done for the objective of coming out with one common aspect on which all the people agree. That is why group discussion is done. So, for that purpose it is necessary that we appreciate the point of view of the other person, other candidates, what the people are saying. So, if they are saying against the topic or if they are saying for the topic, they should be appreciated at every point. Now, there are some skills that must be learned by the candidate before starting up with the group discussion. Now, first skill is interpersonal skill. It is a skill that helps to convert a normal conversation into impactful conversation. You should be confident enough as it is not only involves the way you speak, but your overall appearance as whole. Yani interpersonal skills means the skills through which the person interacts with each other. Now, of course, group discussion will enhance this kind of skills of the people. Why? Because people sit together, they come up with, and these people have different thought frames, they come up from different backgrounds, different experience, they share these different experiences. So, they develop these interpersonal skills, interacting with each other, they try to cooperate with each other, they try to understand the skill sets of the other person, they also try to appreciate the thought process of the other person. The soft skill required include voice modulation, pronunciation and tone in an appropriate manner. Now, while speaking in a group discussion, it is important that your voice modulation is in a proper way, you pronounce different words in a proper way, and of course, your tone, your tone of speaking should not be quarreling, your tone should be very humble, it should be courteous, it should be greetable, it should be acceptable by the other members of the group. One can take proper training in the soft skills or imbibe some tips of presenting oneself in the corporate world. Now, second kind of skills if we talk about is leadership quality. Among the crowd of talented candidates, there is always a chance of getting overshadowed or compressed. Now, overshadowed or compressed, if you do not speak in group discussion, this means you are not able to initiate the discussion. So, when you are able to speak in different kind of group discussions, it will enhance your leadership qualities. You will be able to exhibit more of your thought process, more of your education in front of the people who are listening to you in that particular group discussion. Then the third one is listening quality. Of course, always speaking is not good, sometimes you should listen also. So, once you have already spoken your thought frame, your thought about that particular topic in the group discussion, you should give chance to other people who also come up and speak. Now, once the other people are speaking, it should be that you should be a good listener, you should try to listen to the people like a good problem solver, and you should try to listen the point of view of the other people also, and then only you will be able to appreciate them. Then convincing power. Once you have listened to the thought process of all the other people, thoughts of all the other people about the topic, then only you will be able to convince the people according to their thoughts. So, listening is an important aspect to convince the people in a particular group discussion. Then knowledgeable. Of course, to be in the group discussion, you must have a particular common knowledge of that particular topic. In order to be active in a group discussion, one must have an overall knowledge from all the sectors of the world. One should be reading newspaper, a lot of reading should be done, and various fictions and non-fiction books should be read. Latest updates in different fields such as current affairs, education, sport, travel, art and science, etc. Again, it is not necessary to have facts and figures of the topic, but it is enough to speak with confidence on the given topic. Now, of course, factual, leaving up aside only factual kind of group discussion, we can have a general kind of group discussion on all the kinds of topic. It is not necessary that you speak, that it is not necessary that you collect all the facts and figures, but it is necessary that you are more confident about that particular topic. Now, some of the rules regarding the group discussion. First is your appearance. It is the first thing to be noticed by anyone, but still people or candidate ignore this aspect of one's personality. So, your appearance should be very good. You should be very well groomed with formal attire over there when you are doing the group discussion. Second is the eye to eye contact. Eye to eye contact suggests the level of confidence of the people with whom you are talking. Hence, maintain eye contact with your evaluator, not only with your evaluator, but also the other members of the group discussion. Then avoid dominance. Of course, always be with the point of view of the other people also, and avoid the level of dominance over them. Avoid interrupting the other people, as it is not a good manner in interrupting the other people in the group discussion. Then clarity of speech and thought should be there. Once you are speaking something, it should be very clear and it should be very spoken out. Then irrelevant information should be removed from that. Thank you.